Welcome to this holy instant now. An instant to stop and remember. Remember who and what you truly are, beyond the matrix of fear, lack, and limitation. All that seems to limit you in this world is only an illusion that demands your continued belief and attention in order to have any power over you. Now is your opportunity to let go of whatever stands in the way of your complete awareness of your true and original self. Sit back with your spine upright. Get comfortable and take a deep, slow breath. And as you exhale, release both past and future. Release both memory and imagination, and become fully present in the now. And let's begin. The contemplation with which we begin today's practice is this. What is the ego? The ego is your dream character self and its world, an illusory and fear-based self-identity that arises from the belief in separation from God. It is a self-concept rooted in judgment, guilt, and the pursuit of illusory desires in order to complete itself. The ego is the root and foundation of conflict, suffering, and the illusory self-concept that keeps us from experiencing the love and unity that is our essential nature. The ego is the sign of limited and separated consciousness, born in a body, doomed to suffer and to end its life in death. It is the will that sees the will of God as enemy and takes a form in which it is denied. The ego is the so-called proof that true strength is weak and love is fearful. Life is really death, and what opposes God alone is true. The ego is insane. In fear, it stands beyond the everywhere, apart from all, and in separation from the infinite. In its insanity, it thinks it has become a victor over God Himself, and in its terrible autonomy, it thinks it sees the will of God has been destroyed. It dreams of the subsequent punishment and trembles at the figures in its dreams, its so-called enemies, who seek to murder it before it can ensure its safety by destroying them. The child of God is egoless. What can he know of madness and the death of God when he abides in the infinite Creator? What can he know of sorrow and of suffering when he lives in eternal joy? What can he know of fear and of punishment, of sin and guilt, of hatred and attack, when all there is surrounding him is everlasting peace, forever conflict-free and undisturbed? To know reality is to not partake in the ego and its thoughts, its works, its acts, its laws and its beliefs, its dreams, its hopes, its plans for its salvation, and the cost belief in it entails. By recognizing the ego's illusory nature, forgiving its judgments, and returning to the awareness of our true nature as extensions of God's love and oneness, we lose our interest in the ego and rediscover our true self. And now, take a slow, full, and deep breath in. And as you let it go, open your mind to the contemplation. What is the ego? Allow your mind to relate the ideas you learned to your daily decisions, your goals, your interactions, and the way that you perceive yourself and the world. Take the next minute or so to contemplate this now. And now, take one more deep, slow, and full breath in. And as you exhale slowly, let your mind and body relax. And open your awareness to the idea with which we practice today. I am affected only by my thoughts. Let this idea resonate in your mind. It needs but this to let salvation come to all the world. For in this single thought is everyone released at last from fear. Now he has learned that no one frightens him and nothing can endanger him. He has no enemies and he is safe from all external things. His thoughts can frighten him, but since these thoughts belong to him alone, he has the power to change them and exchange each fear thought for a happy thought of love. He crucified himself, yet God has planned that his beloved one will be redeemed. Infinite Creator, your plan is sure and only yours. All other plans will fail, and I will have thoughts that will frighten me until I learn that you have given me the only thought which leads me to salvation. Mine alone will fail and lead me nowhere. But the thought you gave me promises to lead me home because it reflects only your will. If I am affected only by my thoughts, what happens to blame? Where is there any room for guilt? To whom belongs the responsibility for my experience? To realize that all that we ever experience of life comes through the filter of the story in our mind, the arrangement of thoughts that are based on our identity with the dream character self. This is the only thing informing us of the meaning of our experience until we recognize that this mechanism has been operating within us and determining our destiny while we had no conscious participation in it. Today we reclaim responsibility for our inner world, realizing that these thoughts are ours. The only ones who have power over them is ourself. Therefore, we have the power to change destiny, to see everything in a new light, and to recognize ourselves completely differently than we have in the past. I am affected only by my thoughts. Let me exchange all of my thoughts now for the thought that God has given me in my creation, the thought of my true and original self, sinless, pure, holy, unlimited forever, and one with all creation and with God. take one more deep, slow, and full breath in, breathing in all of the energy and frequency of your practice, integrating it into your thought system and perception now. And as you exhale slowly, relax and release and allow the integration to take place. And remember to bring this feeling and this awareness with you into the rest of your day. I am affected only by my thoughts. Let this idea resonate in your mind. It needs but this to let salvation come to all the world. For in this single thought is everyone released at last from fear. Now he has learned that no one frightens him and nothing can endanger him. He has no enemies, and he is safe from all external things. His thoughts can frighten him, but since these thoughts belong to him alone, he has the power to change them and exchange each fear thought for a happy thought of love. He crucified himself. Yet God has planned that his beloved one will be redeemed. Thank you for investing your time and energy into your awakening and the awakening of the world. If you enjoyed this meditation and want to take your awakening journey deeper, join the Beyond the Matrix membership for additional content, community live streams, guided group meditations, and opportunities for one-on-one conversations. Click the join button at the top of this channel to learn more. May you be at peace and know your true self.